This is El Kukui from the After Show, but later. Just Famous Jerky comes in many flavors, and they're all tasty. Habanero Heat Wave, Korean Barbecue, Orange Peel, Sriracha-style Ghost Pepper, Sweet Teriyaki, Old Fashioned Original, and Black Pepper and Sea Salt. They sent me a care package. I'm going to tell you right now, the Habanero Heat Wave and the Sriracha Ghost Style Pepper, oh, that shit ain't to be messed with. And they came off with that Orange Peel. That is unique and not like a flavor I've ever had before. If you go to justfamousjerky.com and use the code 10OFF, they're going to hook you up with 10% off your entire order, not just one product. They're going to take care of you. And you tell them the Kukui sent you. This is the famous favorite jerky of the After Show, but later. And it's also been mentioned on the Covino and Rich show. Just Famous Jerky. Go get you some. Tell them the Kukui sent you.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757.
I got a little excited. I think I even peed a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Did I catch a clip of them showing us love? Well, Covino, like he always does, showing us love. And Rich said he might even listen to the show.
Rich may listen one day. Rich may listen. I'm not holding my breath, but you know what? If he does catch it, I hope he catches either the porn comments, the tranny episode, or the UFOs. I mean, there's good content all around. So you know what? Actually, he catches any of them, I think they'll be pretty dope. So.
Well, I'll give him this, and I just hope self-consciously I don't quit bagging on him because it's one of the things I really love to do, whether he listens or not. But
Same.
I'm hoping that knowing that he might listen, I can still bring it and make the funk and just make it authentic like we always do.
Yeah, you know what? I think we don't. And the thing is, though, this is the thing. Contrary to popular belief, myself, El Kukui, we don't do that shit on purpose. It's just shit that we're not like saying, hey, Doug, before we record,
hey, Doug,
let's just talk all kinds of shit about Rich. No, we've never done that, and we'll never do that.
I like Rich,
and that's the thing is that we'll just say whatever our opinions are, and it's just rough because we disagree with them a shit ton, So
well, shout out to Husky Nipple because. You sent me that clip of them Covino showing us some love or whatnot, and I played it for Husky, and you know what he said already? First thing out of his mouth were, "I don't trust Rich."
Oh, really?
And he goes, "I don't trust him," and I was like, "Why?" He goes, "I just don't trust him." And I go, "Does it help that he didn't have a peanut butter and jelly till he was 30?" He goes, "Yeah, see, I don't trust him. Who hasn't had a peanut butter and jelly?"
And the thing is, Husky Nipple didn't even know about the peanut butter and jelly, and he was already making kind of assumptions like, "Holy shit,"
He goes, "I don't trust him," and then I had to come in. I had to quote him. He's a little bitch.
Yeah, man. But we had so much stuff going on this week. I had Carl's hitting me up left and right about
me too
about a lot of things actually. So you know what? Let's just get into some of the content this week. Covino and Jordan, they adopted a new puppy. They bought a new puppy. I'm sure that show was like 5Gs.
Wait, hey, bro, that's a perfect time for you to say your famous word, dog.
That was one thing that Covino mentioned. He said that the After Show, but later he was like, I think that might be a show about dogs because that's all I hear on the show is dog.
And you know what's crazy, bro, about that?
What's up?
The dude that doesn't even like dogs that thinks you should leave it outside in 110-degree weather is the one that says it.
Hey. I'm not going to go down that road again, but I do love dogs, even though I had to have a couple of conversations with my sister, letting her know her dog might die.
From antifreeze.
But yeah, I mean, she drank antifreeze, and she was a trooper. So rest in peace to Candy.
I got a challenge for any of our listeners.
What's up?
Go back to our episodes and see how many times I've said that word. If you can get 50, I'll give you a free fucking month's pass to the fucking Patreon.
You know what? If you've said it once every episode making fun of me, there's probably at least 50.
That doesn't count. That don't count. Hey, you know what else don't count us?
Oh, damn. Now we're down to like 6 maybe.
Hey, did you ever get that word count out about Covino and Rich from your project from a long time ago?
No, and it was from June of 2021.
Really?
Yeah.
Month 15?
I looked at it recently and I was like, damn. It was like June 23rd or something of 2021.
Yeah. Damn
Yeah.
it.
So you know what though? I thought about that too, and I do know that I need a kickback. I was telling Lisa Paraggio I need to
Okay.
kick back on the dogs and the F bombs. And I told her I might just put a picture of my grandma right next to the camera.
Uh,
Every time I'm gonna drop a F bomb, be like, oh, there's my nana. I gotta kick back, you know.
or
But
pull Cavino rich and put a baseball player with the Mino mustache.
but it's funny because I was listening to Theo Vaughn on a podcast and Brendan Schaub, and I was listening to Sam Tripoli was on Rogan this week, and I'm like, everybody says dog. Like they do incorporate a dude and a bro
Oh
and
god.
they incorporate all of them. They change them up a little. I know I'm a little more dog heavy, but
Dog heavy.
the thing is,
That's your favorite word in the vocabulary, bro.
but the thing is that I'm not. I don't know if just from where I'm from.
Oh, no, I'm from the Fresno Bulldogs. That's what everyone says in Fresno. They're all gangbangers. The main gang out there is the Fresno Bulldogs. They woof and that's what they're dogs, bro. They're bulldogs.
Yeah,
And if you didn't like them, you called them mutts and puppies and all kind of other shit. But no, I'm from Fresno, bro. And the college mascot's the bulldog.
yeah. I actually met a lady from your college recently.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, some no, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything about her, but she looked like a nice lady.
Okay.
Looked like she had a rough past.
Did she say dog?
No, but she did go. We are the Bulldogs, and I
Oh.
was like, okay, lady, I gotta go
Yeah,
get
bro.
lunch.
Hey, they say it so much in our town that it gives the city like it's an issue because number one, again, Fresno State's a nationally recognized team in football and in basketball
Yeah,
and in baseball. They won the College World Series, and their mascot is what the gang uses. Right.
yeah,
So like you can't even really wear their stuff in the wrong place. So you're gang affiliated.
yeah,
But I still don't say dog though, bro.
yeah. I don't know. It's just something I think that you grow up saying. Just like I think I graduated to dog from full when we were kids.
I never said that shit neither.
Everybody, it's yeah, not the coolest sounding, but it was just something that I went from full to foo to dog. So I mean, that's my primary. I drop a dude here and there, but it's very rare.
I'm not a dude guy either. What about Way? What's up, Way?
What's funny is that our mechanic at work,
Uh-huh.
he's a white dude, right? And it's funny because the first time I was talking to him, like
Yes.
I was like, is this dude like being kind of racist and shit? Because he was like, andale way, this and this way, and talk to
Apúrate,
the
Way.
well, he would just be like,
Vámonos.
oh, I talked to the chica up front and this, and I was like, is this dude kind of? And I asked my sister because she's like pretty good friends with him. I'm like, hey, I'm like, is Mike like what's his deal or whatever? And she was like, no, she was like, this dude has just worked around since he's a mechanic. He's worked around so many like Mexican dudes like all his life. That's just how he talks, you know?
I don't buy it.
And so it's funny because
Well, I do buy it because I guess they say I sound like a vato too, and I don't think that I do.
I've had multiple people tell me that you sound way more Mexican than me.
Now, is it because I sound Mexican, or I'll throw in Spanish words once in a while?
I don't know, but there's a handful of people that ask me like about your
Well,
background and shit, and I
leave a comment. Is it because I know vatos and I can speak a little bit of Spanish, or is it because like I talk like a vato talks? Like if the lights were off, you think I would be a vato?
No sé, way. You know,
Mama la hueso, way.
yeah. What did you say earlier?
Mama la hueso.
Is that what you had texted me? Because I was like, I put sub puta or something, and you were like mama la hueso, and I was like, all right, fuck, this is where we're going. All right,
fuck, this took a left turn.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So I don't know. You know, I think
Back to the dog, bro. What kind of dog did they get?
they got a what is it called? It kind of looks like a Yorkie.
Okay.
Is that what it's called? A Yorkie? Those little dudes?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, it kind of looks like a little dorky. No,
Bro.
Rich has a dorky. But yeah, it looks like a Yorkie, but I forgot what it's called. But it's a cute little dog. Cavino said that it'll probably grow to be maybe 12 to 13 pounds. Right now, it's like 5 pounds. It's a little tiny puppy, and they just took it on a 13-hour road trip to Idaho. So
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
I've only taken Chapo on one road trip, and that's when I moved from the east side of Fresno to Lompoc.
Oh, how did he do with that?
Oh, he's a nutcase, bro. Well, he's a high energy and not necessarily in a bad way, but he loves everybody. He wants to lick you. He wants to do this and that and the other. And yeah, he made it. I mean, he's here.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
riding
man.
shotgun. Hey, he's riding shotgun right now, kind of quiet, so we're good.
It was funny because Cavino had mentioned on the show on I think like Monday or Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
he had mentioned that I guess they were at a something, they were near a pool, and I guess the dog ran into the pool or something and doesn't know how to swim or something. What's up?
Shannon didn't pee in that motherfucker, did she?
I don't think she was there because Jordan had to jump in after it. So it was just funny because I was like, oh shit, that's just like,
But that's the question of the day, then, bro. If you got a puppy and your puppy's fell in someone's pool and you knew Shannon was swimming, are you jumping in?
yeah, there's enough chlorine in there where I think we'd be okay.
I'm throwing Shannon in and I'm making her to get it.
Hey, that's
Swimming,
one
you
way
can swim in your own piss.
yeah, that's another one. But yeah, they got a puppy. They I think they finally settled on the name Theo. I was hoping
Okay.
they'd go with Ozzy because I pictured Ozzy. Cavino's on Ozzy's Boneyard. I wanted to name it Ozzy Grohl, to give it to a couple of rock legends, let them share the name.
I
But
want to
I think
name it Kukui, but it's all right. I got my feelings
yeah.
hurt a little bit, but I'll get over it.
But Cavino said if it was his dog, he would have named it something cool like that. But I think Jordan went with Theo. So I don't know.
Could have named it Pinstripe, bro.
That's what Cavino would have named it, of course,
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
let me see.
Hey, funny shit, dude. I thought, hey, I got to give Cavino his credit. We had a team meeting the other day, and there's some new like management organizational structure up top. And the dude came in and he was talking about the Yankees. And how come every time he was talking about the Yankees, all I felt like saying was, "Why don't you yank these?"
Oh, speaking of which, the other day, I think it was August 2nd or 3rd, was National
Yeah.
Grab Some Nuts Day.
Yeah, I don't think I want to participate in that, bro.
Grab
I'm
some
not even,
nuts.
bro. Okay, so no, you know what? I got a question for you. Do you even eat like regular nuts on that day?
I don't eat nuts
You're
on
not
any day.
catching, bro. You're not catching me buying no cacahuates that day. Oh, so that's why they think I'm Mexican, huh? But
Yeah,
you're not gonna
you throw shit in there like that.
con concha. Fuck, I mean, fuck.
I'm not gonna eat no cacahuates that day. Tú sabes, güey.
Not my Japanese fucking peanuts. Fucking con limon.
No quiero esos chingadas. Tú sabes, güey.
But for reals though, for reals, in all seriousness, I'm not buying cashews that day. I'm not buying fucking peanuts that day. I'm not even buying Cracker Jacks that have peanuts in it. Are you?
Nah. You know what though? Cracker Jacks. You brought that. That's man. I miss Cracker Jacks.
What about Crunch and Munch? Who wins out of that? Cracker Jack or Crunch and Munch? Or what's the other one? It's a Crunch and Munch. What's the other one? Crunch and Munch, Cracker Jacks, and there's another one. They sell them all at the dollar store. I know you know what I'm talking about, bro.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Fiddle Faddle.
Fiddle Faddle. Fuck, man, you beat it to me.
With his National Nuts Day, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever, man. But wait, where the fuck? Shit's telling me I'm signed out. Why does it keep doing that shit to me? Anyway, dog, we fucking what do you think? I know they had a conversation this week about Dunkin' Donuts being a little overrated. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's rated just fine. I don't know people that swing from their nuts, and I don't know people that hate it. I think to me it's just kind of, at least where I'm from, it's kind of mid. How's
It's
Dunkin'
mid.
Donuts wherever you're at in your community?
I mean, it's mid. I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, it ain't the McDonald's, the donuts. I'll tell you that much. You know what I mean? It's probably like the Burger King or the Wendy's. They're cool. You know, you're gonna get something nice there, but I mean, it's not beating. Their donuts aren't beating Krispy Kremes.
Oh no, not even close. No.
Their food might. I know they got a food selection and they probably got better coffees and stuff like that, but their donuts ain't. You know, and I'm not going to the donut shop for fucking a gourmet fucking coffee either. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you?
Nah. I rarely go to any place like that, so I don't know. But
If I do, I'm fucking with Dutch Brothers. You fuck with Dutch Bros out there or no?
you know what? We've gotten a couple within the last year. I don't think I've been to one yet.
Bro, what's your deal? Do you like hot coffees? You like blended coffees, or you like
I'm
fucking
not a
iced
big
coffees?
coffee person, period.
Are you a big candy person?
Not
You like
really.
candy? You don't like candy.
I like candy. I'm just not gonna make an extra trip out to go get it. The less candy I can have in my life, the better, for obvious reasons. So, but no, why do they have candy? I just thought they had coffee and like donuts.
Well, name a candy bar you like. You like Snickers. You like
I
Almond
like
Joy.
Kit Kat, Butterfinger.
You like Milky Way.
Yeah,
Okay, good. They got a Milky Way, bro. Take your ass over there one day and get the Milky Way. That motherfucker tastes like a Milky Way, and it's
do they got
fire,
a
bro.
Kit Kat?
They might. I'm sure
They
they
got a
do.
Butterfinger,
They got an Almond Joy. We got a place out here called Blenders, and those motherfuckers got a better finger,
a better finger.
a better finger, and you ain't gonna believe what's in that shit.
What?
It is peanut butter, chocolate sauce, and the mystery ingredient that you would never guess if I didn't reveal it right here on our show is carrot juice.
Yeah.
And it tastes like a Butterfinger on the spot, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll try one of those funky drinks one of these days, but I don't know. My buddy,
What about rock stars?
like the drink.
You like energy drinks? Because they make some killer ass fucking blended energy drinks over there too. They got everything.
I'm not a big energy drink person, but I mean, I guess I fuck with them from time to time.
Bro, what about like a creamsicle? You fuck with those, the 50/50 bars?
Yeah, those are dope.
They make those and you can put the energy drink in it, bro. You can have a blended fresh one and that motherfucker has the energy drink in it.
Okay.
All right. I don't think I sold you on it, but I tried.
Hey, you tried. That's what matters, right?
Yeah, but fuck Dunkin' Donuts. I think is what we're talking about here.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, Doug, I have a question for you. I know for me and Rich mentioned this, and I'm gonna I'll talk about it because we love Rich here at the after show, but later.
We do. Thanks for listening, Rich.
Rich, he was talking about growing up, where if you ever spilled something when you were a kid, how were your parents about that? Was it the end of the world? Were they kind of like, shit happens? How was
give
it?
Give us some context.
I guess, well, Rich was in New York visiting his dad, Greg. And whenever Ben would spill like a glass of milk or fucking knock something over, because he's like fucking 2, right? They knock shit over when they're that age.
Where's their sippy cup?
Fuck, maybe it wasn't even his. Maybe he was running by the table like a little freaking monster and knocked it over and was like, maybe it was Greg's milk, right?
Control your kid. I mean, how many times does that happen before you get pissed off?
Well, that's what I'm asking is, well, I guess Rich said that Greg would throw a fit like it was like the end of the world. And Rich was kind of like, shit happens, you wipe it up, you're cool, you're good, whatever. So growing up for you, if you drop something, was it the end of the world? Was it, I could go first if you would like and let you know my shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, for me, it was always like my dad would be a little more, I would say, reactionary, if that's a word, where if you knock something over, he would be like, oh crap, like what the heck, whatever. But my mom would be a little more calm. So if I knock something over, my mom would be like, things happen, like it's not the end of the world, whatever. She would help you clean it up or whatever, and just be like, hey, she would let you know, try to be more careful, this and this, give you like a little lecture or whatever. But it was never like I'm gonna whoop your ass, can't believe you, blah blah blah, whatever. Was it ever like a big deal like that in your family, or how was it?
No, my parents were pretty understanding. I think up until like, the 4th or 5th grade, my dad drank beer. So, I mean, obviously, I think if he was all faded, his reaction might be different than if he wasn't.
Yeah.
But he was never an aggressive dude to begin with. He was always pretty chill. So, no, I didn't, not too much. And and I wasn't too clumsy either. I wasn't a clumsy kid. So, no, not really too much. But I say this. Here's the part of the story that makes Rich Davis, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Greg is overreacting a little bit. Let's give Rich the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what, maybe Greg is overacting a little bit.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, bro. You as a guest, whether it's in your parents' home, your sister's home, your sister-in-law, or your father-in-law's, as a guest, don't get to tell the people you're staying with that if your son is making a mess or damaging shit, that they're overreacting. That is just like, that's some egotistical shit. Like, your kid is doing whatever your kid is doing. And you don't get to tell them that it's not a big deal. And I'm sure if it only happened once, it fucking wasn't a big deal. It probably is only a big deal because that little fucker's out of control and Rich ain't doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
Which we've all had a kid that does that. I mean, I've lived with kids that they're out of control, but own it. Don't reflect or deflect or whatever the fuck they call that bullshit. Make it Greg's fault because, Ben's spilling stuff or doing something. And, he's old, bro. He's retired. Like, he's not used to all that nonsense. He just brought a lot of chaos in the house. And I know it's his grandbaby, but it just, I guess what I'm saying is it just depends. What side of the story really happened? Was it like over and over and over and he was just being destructive and Rich didn't do nothing about it? Or, did he do it a couple of times and Greg overreact?
Yeah, I think we would probably need a little more context of that because I don't know. The way Rich said it, it sounded like it was a one-off kind of situation. But you're right. It could have been 3 or 4 times where Greg's like, damn, I do feel like, though, as kids, like I told you, my mom was a lot more understanding and stuff. But I feel like it was still kind of like a big deal when you would drop something as a kid. And I don't know if our generation of, us as parents were just kind of like a little more chill about it. But I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm a little more chill than even my parents were about it. I'm like, whatever, things happen, whatever.
Well, but here's the thing I got on both of you guys. My daughter's 25 and I didn't help raise about 6 kids. Okay. So the little shit that you let slide when they're little like that turn into bad habits as young adults. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times the parents do that because it's the easy way out for the parent. It's harder to get your kid to listen to you in front of other people and stop what they're doing. It's easier to act like it's not a big deal and just they're just kids. No, stop. Stop. Make them stop, bro. Make them stop. Like, be a parent. Put your foot down. You don't have to beat them. You don't have to. What you're doing, like, for my opinion, for example, it would be disrespectful for me to bring Chapo Jenkins anywhere, him pee on someone's floor. Well, he's just a dog. You know what I'm saying? Your dog ain't trained.
Let's take the being at somebody's house. Because in my mind, I'm thinking about like if my daughter like knocks something over, I'll tell her like, hey, like we need to clean this up.
But the context of the story is Rich is at someone's house, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think he gets to go over there and dictate the rules and dictate if you're at someone's house and your kid spills something, regardless if it's the kid, if it's the grandkid or not. Some grandparents are assholes. It just is what it is, and some let their grandkids do whatever they want. So I don't know if Greg got pissed off. I mean, as long as he didn't call them names or be disrespectful, isn't that his right?
Yeah, no, I believe it is 100%. And I feel like, honestly, if I am at somebody's house, to me, it's a little bit bigger of a deal. Like if we're here at home and like, my daughter knocks something over or whatever, I'm just kind of like, hey, you know what? Like, help me clean this or whatever, or let's do this, or I'll help you clean it, your mess or whatever. But when we're at somebody's house, I'm like, and I think the reason why it'll bother me more is because I'll like have a conversation with her before we get somewhere.
That's what I was about to ask you. Do you ever give her the pep talk? When we go in here, here's what you're not going to say, and here's what you're not going to do.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'll tell her, like, if we're going somewhere, I'll just say, hey, you know what? You're going to be good, right? You're going to this and that. You're not going to ask me for this, or you're not going to, this.
You think Rich does that with his kids?
I don't know. I don't know. So for me, I feel like I get a little more irritated because I'm like, I just told your ass in the car, make sure, like. So in my mind, I'm a little more irritated. But no, definitely at somebody's house, I would never question anybody for getting pissed. I don't care if it was like my sister, my brother, my mom, whatever. I think
that's the point I'm trying to make. And I know I gave a lot of babble and a lot of fluff in my answers, but that's basically what you just said is what it comes down to. When you were a guest in someone's house, and obviously it's his dad. I know that. So I don't want people to be like, oh, it's his fucking dad, asshole. I get it. But still, like, I don't go to my parents' house and just take over the motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to show them respect. I mean, and if I'm doing anything like, and I'll give you another example. Like when I go to my mom's house, her religious beliefs and political beliefs don't necessarily align with mine. But because I'm a guest in her home, I intentionally stay away from those topics out of respect.
Of course.
So anytime I go to someone's home, I try to show them the utmost respect because I appreciate them welcoming me in.
Yeah. I have a question for you because I'm not really sure. I can't think of right now how I would handle it, but say you are not even necessarily your mom's house, but say you're at somebody's house and you, of course, you want to show them respect, right? And say they bring something up like a something crazy, not even crazy, but I'm saying like something that's like really, they're really balls deep in politically or something, and or like say they bring up something like abortion or something, right? And say
Yeah.
their views are completely different than yours or whatever.
You want to have a practice back and forth or what?
I'm just curious as to, are you like kind of agreeing with them or just kind of staying quiet? Are you giving them the automatic like, hey, you know what, people have their own beliefs, or how are you going about it? I don't really know because I can't really think if I've been in that situation.
In my past, I'm an argumentative motherfucker. We're going toe to toe, but that's obviously before some wisdom sets in. So now I try to stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? And I try to make it known that I'm staying away from it. And you give short answers, and you look for any opportunity you can to get off that topic. But if pushed, I just politely maybe throw in a jab or two.
Yeah.
I won't state my whole opinion like that. That conversation is a good one because I'm definitely not against abortion, and I absolutely believe in pro-choice. But if you're like a frequent flyer on that program, can like they limit you with a certain amount of punch card? Can we cut you off at like 35?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm good for the choice, but I don't like to see anything abused. You know what I mean? That's not just let you do whatever you want. So I wouldn't even say it that deep, but I would just maybe make a comment, like, oh, okay, I just, I don't necessarily know, but I think that you should have the right to make the wrong choice,
Yeah.
because we're all making an opinion if we think it's right or wrong. Some people think it's right, some people think it's wrong, but I'm pro, you should be able to make the right choice, whether you made the right one or the wrong one.
You know what? I think I'm trying to think of situations. I'm pretty sure I've been in situations.
Is there a new episode coming out? I know
Okay,
I know Jersey Shore was having a problem with
the
the casting.
spin-off type of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's been situations. I'm trying to think of like where there's been family members or extended family members or uh members by marriage, or I'm just trying to be vague, but there's been times where they do get very political on things that I'm not necessarily, I don't ride with or whatever.
My mom does that. We have opposite beliefs, bro.
But it's kind of like, I can remember a couple of times now that I'm talking to you about it where I do just kind of keep my opinions to myself. And because this is what for me, it's not worth it, because people that have that strong of an opinion one way or the other about anything, I kind of feel like you're not really going to change their mind, So what are you trying to do?
No.
Are you just going to start a whole bunch of awkwardness and shit, I don't know.
Well, and well, not only that, bro. Think about it like this. And again, it was after I was 30 before I thought this way. But if you don't take their bait, and they are passionately trying to like lure you into the conversation to get an opinion, you win.
Yeah, really.
Because just like those people that are that passionate about whether aliens exist or not, whether the Bible is real or not, whether any of that stuff, God, the Bible, like they get so passionate because they feel like they have to know or validate their belief. And if you don't give them that, because that's what they're seeking when they're having those conversations, they want more people to agree with them so they feel better about their choice. And when you just stay kind of neutral and stay out of it, it frustrates the shit out of them, bro, because you're not giving them what they're seeking.
Yeah, no, I think that is really what it is. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Think about it. Think about it in terms of even Christianity, right? They want to hear you say two things. One, you believe and like, hey, we're in the same group and we're the same happy people. We can even maybe now go to church together, right? Or two, they want to hear you say, nah, I don't really believe, or I'm not sure, because it gives them an opening, eh?
Yeah.
You didn't know the Lord Jesus died for your sins? Oh, you didn't know that if you didn't accept him, you're not getting to the gates of heaven? Like that's when that flow starts coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to think. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't. Like I said, with those two things, out of respect for my mom, I don't say nothing. Whenever she says something, she doesn't normally attack me, and she's hardcore, bro. She's the lady that has Fox News playing 24/7.
Yeah.
She'll go to bed and leave the radio on, bro, and Fox News just going for it. She was into Rush Limbaugh and fucking Mike fucking Hannity and all them cats, like nonstop. So I just have to get the strength enough to go over there and respect her wrong opinion, not take it personal, and just not get baited into the game, because it's a lose-lose, because I don't believe what she believes. So if we start to conversate, she gets me to engage, I'm probably going to say something she doesn't want to hear. And so what's the point of that? Then why'd I even show up?
Yeah. No, I feel you. And you know what? And especially like, I think of like the people in my life that have brought things up like this. I don't see very often.
Right.
So, if it's something like your mom that maybe you don't see her as much, or, a family member that you don't see, or even a friend, it's like, really, I really don't think they should be going there, but I think you take the higher road as well. And you're like, you know what? I don't see them that often. Am I going to want to make one of these few times that I see them, kind of like crappy, so.
Well, and I'll give you a good one. Me and Tip Dog, I mean, I think we both believe the same thing, but we kind of go about it differently. And I've realized, and I think he's realized as well, that sometimes if, it's best to avoid it, because we might not see eye to eye, and we're both passionate dudes, you know what I mean? And we're passionate about what we believe. And then, we're competitive, so we want to be right. And so with us, sometimes we just try to avoid it the best we can, because I respect his belief system. I think he respects mine. We're not as far apart as it seems when we're arguing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, those are just things you try to stay away from if you can. I don't want to, because I don't want to offend him, bro. I know how passionate he is about, what he believes, and who the fuck am I to offend him or to question him, or, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Again, it's that ego, bro. The ego drives us to want to be right and want to know everything, when really we don't know shit. We just know what the next man told us, bro.
I have a question about when you got Chapo Jenkins. Okay. When you got Chapo, was your family sending you gift packages and care packages and calling to congratulate you and stuff, or
what?
Okay, well, this is why I asked. Covino, when he did a Behind the Velvet Rope on, like, I don't know, a couple of Sundays ago, whenever they got the dog, it was funny because Covino said that when the last time he got a dog, his family was like,
"You're just any way you can to sneak that word in, huh?"
I've been doing good with the language and the dogs, but
great.
Covino had mentioned that his family was looking at him like, "Why'd you go and do that? Now you get that little dog's gonna be taking shits all over your house and whatever." And it's so funny how different families react differently, because Covino said that Jordan's family, when she got this dog, they were sending her care packages and calling her to congratulate her. And
so they didn't bribe the parents out of the dog then, or what?
No, this was a completely different dog. So Covino had said
I thought they were gonna get it. I thought they were gonna get that dog.
Covino was like, "You would have thought Jordan had a baby the way they were congratulating her." And for me, I've never seen that. I mean, we discussed, how dogs live outside in Arizona over here, but
inside of your head.
But of course, but I've never seen that. I've never seen like a family being so like congratulatory and being like, "Oh, you got a dog. Good choice. Good choice. You great job." Like I always knew you could do it, or, I've never seen that. So for me, that is so far out of freaking my realm of possibilities and thinking. And that's crazy to me.
That's how they do it in Idaho, bro. I mean, she's from, they say California is its own shit.
Yeah.
And you're close. I mean, I know you're not in Cali, but you got a lot of that lifestyle being on the border town. You know what I'm saying? You live a lot of what we live.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
I mean, you're a lot farther from the beach, but I think the people and the lifestyle and the mentality is probably similar.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, so I don't
But
know.
no one called me about Chapo. No one. I know my mom was happy. I know all the dog lovers in my life that I said, "Hey, I got a new dog." I said, "Oh, that's cool, congratulations." But
Yeah.
no one sent me Petco packages. I didn't. No one sent me fucking dog singing telegrams. They didn't get me a subscription to Dog TV. No.
All right. I don't want to. Oh, you know what? Okay. I don't want to
What,
go.
bro?
I don't want to go too far into it. Or do you have anything you want to get to? I don't want this to be a D heavy show.
I had about 19 things I was going to
I
say
know.
right
I
there,
know.
but I
I
didn't.
could think about 14 of them.
Well, we'll save it for later. But no, I do recommend though. You know, Cavino, if you're leaving that puppy alone, get Dog TV. It's like $5 or $6 a month. They play some cool stuff that with sounds that appeal to the pet, and it helps. Dog TV.
Dog TV. Okay.
That's our second advertisement of the day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There we go. And make sure if you guys go get that. What is it? Jeff's Jerky. You got to use
Jerkman.
code. Oh yeah, Jeff the Jerkman's Jerky. It's 10 off for your 10% off your entire order.
Yeah.
But I have a question real quick. I don't want to go too far.
But hey, Jerkman, D needs his set too. He needs his issue, bro. You guys took me up, and I
know you're
appreciate
telling
it.
me about this beef jerky and how dope it is, and not even just for the ad. You were telling me about it like maybe a week ago, and you were telling me how much they sent you. They sent you a gang and how good it is. So I don't know. One day I'll get some, hopefully. But I have a question. Actually not a question. I just I thought it was funny because this week, let's see, what episode was it? Thursday, they were talking about mushrooms and psychedelics and things like that, which is funny because we had just talked about it on episode 140, right? So They were talking about this, and Cavino is very anti this kind of stuff. Rich and Spot are very not optimistic. They're very open to this kind of things or whatever. But it was just funny, dog, to where it was just funny, man, how these dudes like in the chat were just like, I've never done like any sort of psychedelics like freaking DMT or mushrooms or anything.
I've never done DMT.
But I do feel like if you do that kind of stuff, there is a possibility that it could open up new ways of thinking, right? Open up new dimensions to you, right? And
it does.
It was so funny because people in the
it
chat,
absolutely does. Well, to think about the approach they're taking. They're so far against it. Just for them to take it's a huge victory.
What's so funny is that people in the chat were like, well, because Spot was talking about, maybe he would want to explore. What I had made a comment and Rich read my comment was because Cavino was like, what am I looking for if I do this or whatever? And I had made a comment.
You know what? You will not know until you find it.
Well,
that's different for everybody.
That's what I said in my comment, though. I had said,
oh, shit.
That's exactly almost word for one, not almost word for word, but same exact idea. I put, you may discover things that you didn't know you needed to discover, right? You may find things that, you didn't know that you were searching for them until you found them, right?
Right.
And so I felt like this, and people in the chat were like, because Rich read my comment, and people in the chat were like, can a psychiatrist do the same thing for you? And I'm like,
but who in the fuck trusts the American medical system right now?
But no, that's
the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
It's like, okay, yes, you can talk to somebody, right? You can get your thoughts out, whatever. But how is it physiologically going to take you to a different dimension talking to somebody?
I'm going to also give you a little insight. So back in the day when we did do that shit, a couple of my homies were in a little tagging crew, and it was called Having Crazy Thoughts, right? Because here's the thing with the psychiatrist. They can only respond to the shit they can get you to share.
Exactly.
You can't. That's it.
Exactly.
When you're taking a psychedelic like that, your mind and all these things that you've suppressed and put away and buried because you've chosen not to deal with them. And maybe it's the little time that you almost drowned when you were 8 and you got scared and had panic attacks.
And you haven't thought about it in 37 years.
And you haven't thought about it in 37 years. The thing is, you're not the psychiatrist, and you might not even have feelings to even share that, but that one experience could trigger violent outbursts from you for when maybe you snap and you cuss people out and you say mean, nasty, hurtful shit. Like, it's an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity for self-examination on how one can be better. I'm not telling you to go drink ayahuasca and lay in the forest for fucking 48 hours and fucking puke all over yourself. I'm not saying that. But why not maybe grind up a cap of mushrooms that's more visual and less head trip? Why not? Why even shut the door? And I'm not telling you should do it. What I'm telling you is this. Why would you automatically reject an opportunity to become a better you?
That's where I'm at. Because I'm like, and I was very, very closed-minded when I was younger. I was very closed-minded to anything. Even like if even when I was like 19 and 20, like I thought like if you smoked weed, you were like basically like, knocking little old ladies over to like shoot up like heroin and shit, And
right.
like for me, I just because I grew up in my household, it was so frowned upon. It was so bad that something as light,
it was stigmatized.
And so see something that light as a little bit of weed was like in my household, you might as well have came in like freaking with the crack pipe,
But you just proved my whole point. Someone bullshitted you a narrative that was completely fucking untrue. And with that being said, why don't you go take what the psychiatrist gives you, take the prescription for a month or two, and quit cold turkey and see what kind of fucking thoughts you have then?
And you know what? This is where I think, and I was so like that. I was so closed off. I was so closed-minded. And I as I like grew up and as I like started to have different things happen in my life, and I was kind of like, why am I so like closed off? I know, things. I mean, like if you're smoking, out of a crack pipe, probably not the best choice.
Know where I'm closed off? My butthole. That's what's closed off is my butt.
But things like
it's washed.
Things like, weed, mushrooms, psychedelics in general, I feel like those can actually help you maybe expand your thinking and help you. I don't think you're gonna go knock off a little old lady because you freaking smoked a joint or something.
Let me ask you this.
But when I was a kid, that's what I thought would happen.
When's the last time someone got called for domestic violence called the dude was high on mushrooms? When's the last time they robbed a bank and said, I blame it on the mushrooms? Tell me some instances where someone, other than maybe walking into a street or falling off a building or something stupid, but tell me where someone wanted to do harm to somebody after they took some mushrooms. They don't.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that, right? And again, I'm not telling you to go eat a quarter and go lay in the woods and fucking listen to the fucking birds howl at night and the crickets. I'm not saying that. But again, when you're so close-minded off of something like that, what you're saying is that I refuse to grow. I'm scared to take any opportunity that I can to be a better myself. Because I'll tell you the truth, bro. One time I was coming back from Humboldt. I was 30 years old. Don't know if I'd shared this on the show or not, but we're going to go behind the velvet soap. And I was coming home, dude, and I did a lot of good for a lot of people. But at that point in my life, I was kind of going through something. And with a chick, I was going through divorce. Shit looked like it was falling apart, right? And I had this long 8-hour drive. So I didn't eat no mushrooms, but I might as well have because I'm just in my thoughts for like 450 miles, right?
Yeah.
And part of, one of those little thoughts that passed through my head, I was like, man, I do so much for so many people. I help people out. I help them feed their kids. I do this and that and the other. I do so much good. But I know I have a temper. And I know that if you really, really, really piss me off, I can be an asshole. And you know what I thought, dude? I was like, well, what would they say at me? What would they say at my funeral, bro? Would they say those words? Would they say, yeah, he could be the kindest soul in the whole world until you pissed him off? And it was that day and that point in time that I decided to make a change. And my temper didn't go away. Like, I'm not the nicest guy in the world, but I'll tell you one thing, dude, I'm a hell of a lot nicer than I was that day. And it's because I had some time to self-reflect. And so why would you not want an opportunity to do that? Because that's what those things do. When you take those hallucinogenics like that, you do reflect. And I'm not telling you to get all bugged out, because it's no fun if you're having a panic attack and you ate too much.
Yeah.
But why close the door on an opportunity to improve yourself by taking maybe a minimal amount where you can do some self-reflection?
No, I 100%. And that's I do have to call out Kyle and PA, because
Call him out.
he actually,
Come on, Kyle.
when they were having this conversation, and Covino was asking Spot, like, what are you looking for? Or why would you want to do this and this and this? And they, Spot and Rich had their own reasons on why they would, want to do certain things or whatever. And Kyle in Pennsylvania said, traveling the world can do the same thing.
No, it can't.
I was like, and you know what? I wanted to, and Kyle, if you're listening to this, this is why I like this format, is because we can actually have a conversation, right? It's more long form. Because when I saw that comment in the chat, I wanted just to put like LMAO, like, Kyle, are you serious? But then what is that going to do? Oh, then he's going to talk crap to me. Then I'm going to get irritated and talk back to, but I just
don't take any shit from a dude named Kyle.
But I just thought that was like the most outrageous thing. You can compare a DMT trip, or like Ari Shafir, right? He's a comedian. I don't really like him, but he's friends with Rogan. I listen to a lot of Rogan. Well, on one of the earlier episodes of Joe Rogan, Ari smoked some DMT, and he freaking went out for like 15 minutes or whatever. And when he came to, he talks about this other life he was living, and months have passed by, and he had a family, and he had a new set of friends, and he was telling them all about this experience that lasted months, when in our reality it lasted 15 minutes, right? How are you going to achieve some kind of alternate, way of thinking, or some kind of, by traveling the world? Like, I'm sure it'll make you a more well-rounded person.
Yes,
not denying that. I'm sure it'll open your eyes to cultures, and it'll open. I see all of that, but something going into a different dimension. How are you doing that with traveling the world? That's what I don't. I thought the remark was outrageous.
Outlandish,
outrageous. I thought it was preposterous.
Blasphemous.
I thought it was a bunch of malarkey.
Yes. And I want to state on the record too, I don't think I would be willing to do DMT or even drink some ayahuasca like that. I don't know if that's really my cup of tea, but I'm not going to discourage you from doing it. And again, I think there's something to be learned. I think I would just start back up with magic mushrooms. I mean, I ate those as a kid. I haven't eaten them since I was 18, but I probably did it 50 times. And I never panicked or had a bad trip or nothing like that whatsoever. And we did fucking, but I think we were too young to really have that experience, because you were just trying to party. I think if you take them and you look for that experience, you're more likely to have it, versus if you're taking them to party and like to see shit, that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't know, man. I just, like you said, I really don't care if people do it or not. Like, I know it gets a little frustrating. And when Covino was talking about how against it he is, I understand, like, it's like a little frustrating, because you're like, why would you be so against it? But at the same time, I really don't care who does what ever.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to do something, like if I want to do some mushrooms or try some DMT or do something, that's on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, why should I care if Covino doesn't want to do that? And like he said, like he was saying, he's cool. He's like, I'm cool where I'm at, in my mind. I feel like I'm in a good place.
I respect that completely.
He's like, I feel like I'm at a good place. Like, I don't feel like I need that. And he even said,
but he's also been doing some growing too, though. He's grown a lot. So I can't necessarily say he needs to do it either. Covino, he is a lot more thoughtful today than he was 10 years ago. And maybe that's not something he needs to do.
Yeah. And this is where I was thinking, I was like, I really, like if he feels like that and he's in a good place and he doesn't feel like he needs any extracurricular activities to get him in a certain place or unlock anything, that's on you. Like, who cares? Like, why is it such a big deal to?
I don't want to argue about it. It ain't that fucking big of a deal.
You know, like I don't know. It's crazy to me.
Because everyone wants to be right. Because again, you're on a controversial subject. You're either for it, against it, maybe a little in the middle, but most people aren't. They're either for it or against it.
Yeah.
And it's a hot point, dude.
You know what? All right. I have a quick question about group chats. Are, are you
Fucking hate them?
Are you a part of group chats? If you are, is there a lot?
Absolutely. Yes.
There's
we haven't worked, bro. I'm on a bunch of fucking WhatsApp fucking. I'm probably like 25, 30 different groups.
Really that many?
There's a lot, bro.
Really?
Yes.
You know what?
I oversee 4 or 5 departments, and you know, and then we have different locations, and there's different categories. You know what I mean? There's waste, and there's supplies, and there's yeah, bro. There's a lot, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy when it comes to like group chats. Let me see. There's like one that I'm in that I just muted because it's like every one of my family members that's ever been in my life, and it's just kind of like it's kind of weak. Like, hey, I love you all, love you too, love you too.
Quick question.
What's up?
What would happen if you exited the group?
I don't know, but I don't know. I just muted it. I just don't care. Whatever.
No, but what would happen if you exited the group? Someone's getting pissed off, right?
I don't know. Pissed off. I think more like one of my tias that put us in the group. I think she'd be a little butthurt. Not necessarily pissed off, but I think she'd be kind of like a little butthurt. That's why I just stay in there, you know, because it's not harming me, whatever. But
yeah, Ben, that was okay.
Yeah, so let me see. There's that, and then but when it comes to the reason I bring this up is because they were talking about, like, Covino was saying how his like he has a group chat with all of the siblings, and then
Covino's, right?
Yeah, and then he was saying that the sisters, they have a group chat only, and then as they were having this conversation, I think Don hit them up and had said that there was another group chat with only like Don, Tommy, and like Mimi, and then so there was all of these like mixtures, and what they were saying is that the people they're leaving out of these group chats, especially when it's like that, they're talking shit about that person. So like in the sisters group chat, it's like, hey, well, here we're free to talk shit about the brothers if we want, or, you know. But when it comes to friends, I don't think I really have any friends group chats.
No,
I don't think I do, because like if I'm talking to like you know, one of my best friends, Luis, right? If I'm talking to Luis, I'm talking to Luis. Like,
no, that's how I am, bro.
Why do I need somebody like, and especially if like say I'm in
too much. It's too much going on. I don't want to be around a group of people or feel like I am fucking 24/7.
You know,
at some point,
I
want to have some me time.
Maybe there'd be a group chat like 2 to 3 people, I think, or like 3 to 4 people. I don't know. I guess would be kind of cool. But I don't know. Like, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just not really like in it. Like, I think if I had a group chat with like me, you, and Luis, that could be cool or whatever, right? Even though you don't really know Luis.
I'm not in it, bro. Sorry. You give Luis my number if he wants to text me something, I'm good with that. But
no, but see, what I'm saying is like I'm like, I could see us maybe bullshitting or something, but I'm like, to me, I just I don't know if it's because as time progressed and people became more familiar with smartphones and shit, they started doing that. But I never lived that life. So to me, it's kind of like, I guess I could see like the 3 of us being in a group, but I'm like, but your humor's different than Luis's humor, right? Or you're gonna, like, if I send you something, or if I send him something like about the UFC, that's kind of like, I know like you're more into boxing really than UFC. So if I send him something UFC related, maybe you won't be interested. So I just feel like, I don't know, dog. Like I never lived that lifestyle. So to me, it's kind of like, and the way they were talking about it, like Covino and Rich were talking about it, they were saying they have like these, so many of them. And for me,
I'm out, bro. I'm out.
It sounds like a pain in the ass, kind of, to be honest.
Bro, I've had a pager since I was 14 and cell phone since I was 16. My shit been buzzing since fucking buzz could buzz. I'm good, bro. My shit buzzes today with all those group chats I'm in for work. It probably goes off 100 times a day. There is nothing more irritating than my phone going off because two other motherfuckers are having a conversation. Why the fuck are you bugging me?
Yeah, no, and there's been.
How
there's
about
been
you
times-
guys talk? I'm good, bro. I'm not a creepy dude. So I also believe in like privacy of a conversation. So what you talk about with Luis, bro, if he wants to share it or share a conversation that you had or something, or you want to share it, cool. It was like one of the highlights of your conversation. I don't need the fucking play-by-play.
Exactly. No, you know what? And this actually goes into another topic.
Got too much shit going on, bro. I ain't got time for all that fucking
We're gonna be very Jordan heavy on this episode because we talked about the dog, we talked about the congratulatory, care packages and stuff, but also there was something that Cavino mentioned on Thursday's episode that I thought was like, if this was like 1999 or 2000, I would probably say this was scandalous, and it's like, if you think of the word, like, scandalous, right? Like,
which one? You talking fucking the click scandalous?
No, see, and it's a little
scandalous or high C scandalous.
And see, it's like you got like scandalous, and then you have scandalous. Little scandalous. Scandalous is a little more scandalous than scandalous. That's how I could put it, right? So anyway,
sure is.
So I think this thing, I just felt was really like different people, I guess, live different lives, man. And so Cavino mentioned that he heard Jordan like, listening to her phone and she was doing something.
Okay.
And he was like, she's not listening to a podcast. Like, what the hell is she listening to? And he was like,
Tony Robbins?
Jordan told him that his sister Dallas was talking to her fiance or husband. I guess they're married now, right? Colton. And they were talking, and Jordan was like, "Oh, I'll tell you about it right now. I'll tell you about it right now," because she was trying to listen. Well, I guess Dallas had called Jordan and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna call Colton right now on three-way." Colton didn't know Jordan was on the line, and she was like, "I want you to listen in on this conversation."
Why, bro?
And I was like, "How?"
Why?
I just think about how rude's not the word, disrespectful's not the word, but how
I hate that. I hate that when people call me, there's multiple people. Go, you're on speaker. Motherfucker, if I want to talk to them, I'll call them.
No,
your number popped on the screen.
That. I think this is even worse than that.
I don't even like that.
Being on a three-way call, somebody's talking to you, and I feel like, I mean, you're talking, say you call me, right? And you're like, "Oh, you're just talking to me," and I don't know Columbo's on the other line. I just feel like that's a little bit shady.
Bro, I'm going to say this real clear.
Go ahead.
I live in the state of California, and here, that's just against the law, homie. You can't record someone without their permission.
Can you listen in, though? I don't think they're recording.
What? It's a gray area. I mean, I don't think it's fucking, you get the go ahead.
Yeah.
No, dude, no one should be eavesdropping on a conversation without that person's consent.
I just feel like, I don't know, man. To me, I hear that and I'm just like, ooh, it's just, the only word I can come up with is I'm tapping back into 01.
What was the purpose of it?
I don't remember. I think it was something innocent. It was something innocent. It was something along the lines of, she was asking him to do something, but he didn't want to because he's like too nice or something.
That is scandalous. See, that's the thing. You can't, if you're trying to get that's manipulation, dude. You're trying to get something from someone and you're having someone secretly listen in on the call.
Well, see, I was in and out of this conversation. Because obviously I'm listening at work and I had to do shit. But from what I remembered, Cavino saying is that I guess when Dallas hung up with Colton, she was telling Jordan, she was like, you see, like whatever, you see how nice he is. He can't even tell them this or that, or you see like, and like, I'm just like, I don't know, man. And if Colton knew like, hey, I want Jordan to listen in on this or whatever, that's one thing, right? That's your life. If you want to live that life, cool. But if somebody's doing it sneakily, I made up a word, I think. If somebody's doing that, not even sneakily, if somebody's doing that sneakily, I think that's
Who's
a little,
Sneaky Lee, bro? Is he related to Patient and According?
yeah, sneakily. I think it's a little shady, it's a little bit scandalous, like I said earlier.
I agree with you, dude.
So
Love Cavino to death. So I'll just leave it at that, and I'll stop right there. But I agree. I don't think
same.
you shouldn't be.
Well,
You
same,
shouldn't
dog.
be,
I didn't want to go as deep or as hard as I am really feeling about the situation.
oh yeah, no, because I don't think it's right at all. Like you shouldn't. It's trickery, dude. It's trickery. I mean, I don't care if it's harmless or not. You're obviously they don't know what you're doing, and you're doing it.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's just as simple as that. I'm not into that. One of my buddies does it to me. I might want to throw chingazos. You never know.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. But you know what? I know we're actually coming up to a wrapping up time. I know
You gonna start spitting? Is this your breakout album debut? You're gonna make your rapping debut right here on the show?
I think we might have to. Let me see. Couple of things I just want to mention. If you guys have any, if you're listening to this and you have any thoughts or comments on it, leave it in the chat. I know Dirk Shots likes to leave the comments.
Bro, I don't, dude, he requested me. I accepted and sent him a message. And if you're real, bro, fucking holler back. I ain't heard nothing.
Joey in Texas has been commenting on our stuff on YouTube. Funky Monkey. I'm Key. So if you guys have any thoughts on any of this, let us know in the comments on YouTube. And I just want a couple of things. I'll mention a couple of rapid fires. Do you have any rapid fires today or no? If not, I'll just go through a couple of things.
Go ahead. I'm gonna go after you, brother.
Well,
I do got some.
Cavino went to pick up Melody from her pool party. She wasn't quite ready, so Cavino sat in with the family and was treated like a king. I thought that was pretty cool.
Wagyu.
Spot's going to Bora Bora soon for $20,000 plus dollar vacation.
And good for him. You know what? Because I was listening to that one too, and I've always wanted to go there. And what gets me is the flight. I mean, it's not the $2,000 flight necessarily, although that is a lot of scratch. It's the fucking 20 hours or 18 hours. So
yeah,
but he's gonna live that for me, bro, because I'm gonna live that through Spot.
Yeah, no, that looks honestly, it looks beautiful. But that much water kind of scares me, man. Being on a little island like that.
Dream vacation, bro. That's my all-time ultimate goal to go.
Maybe it's because I'm not a really strong swimmer. I'm like, I can swim decent, or I can swim.
But can't float.
I could swim, I could float. I mean, I could swim. But I'm just saying, like, if push comes to shove and you're in the middle of an island like that and a tsunami wants to hit, I just in my mind, I'm going crazy. But anyway, good for Spot.
Hey, it's fun. It's funny how we make the most irrational statements about things we don't like to do, huh? Like, yeah, imagine that, bro. Well, is the tsunami really going to hit when Daniel's in the water?
It might. And that's what scares me. I just, even going to the ocean sometimes, like even walking out onto like a pier or something, I'm just like, I start getting a little bit claustrophobic. Like, it's an irrational fear, like you said. It's an irrational fear, right? But
I got that about flying, bro.
But like sometimes, like I used to be like that about flying, and now I like flying, whatever. But like usually, like you walk out and the ocean's under you, the ocean's away, in your freaking vision for the next million miles, and it's just like I start to get a little overwhelmed. Like I'm like, all right, man. Is anybody else having trouble breathing? Is it my tonsils? I need to get those bad boys out. That's where.
Too much mota.
Could be one of the two. Could be one of those. But yeah, so Spot's going on a vacation. That's going to be dope. Cavino took Melody to an Offspring concert. I thought that was pretty cool. There was actually recently a new documentary on the Woodstock that happened in '99.
It wasn't a documentary?
No. So it was there's a new Woodstock documentary. I knew this one was new because they had one in the last like 6 months. But this one was new because it featured a lot of Ananda Lewis from MTV. Anybody that watched MTV back in the day, 90s, early 2000s, Ananda Lewis was all over there. And she was all over this documentary. It was a pretty cool documentary. So the Offspring was one of the major people in that at that concert. Limp Bizkit, Korn, freaking all of them Bush, So that was cool. But yeah, so Covino took Melody to an Offspring concert. I would like to see the Offspring in concert. I think they got enough songs that I like that I think it'd be a cool concert. Let me see.
I wonder if I got any
Rich,
Offspring out there that I don't know about.
I think I don't know. There possibly, but yeah, I can't really. There's not a whole lot here more
I
that
got
I'm
a
thinking
couple.
of.
I got a couple.
All right, what are they?
Rich is spreading his germ at pool parties.
Oh yeah, he's been doing that since the early 2000s, right?
Bro, fucking spot on Tuesday's show. I mean, maybe it was just me, but wasn't he a little trigger happy with the fucking fart sample?
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for a good fart. All right. I want to make that clear. And in certain situations, that shit is funny as hell. But good God, he's been abusing that.
Well,
damn
he's been abusing it during Covino's shout outs. You know, whenever
I know,
Covino's doing them,
but
Covino's like, oh, shout out to Lisa Paraggio. It was her birthday. And Spot's like,
but then he goes, I mean, like, let the fucking fart breathe a little bit, bro.
yeah. So yeah, I agree. What else you got?
Rich said on the plane he fucking listened to 20-minute samples from 6 podcasts, and before they gave us a little bit of love recently, fucking I was like, I bet he didn't fucking listen to us.
I didn't even catch that. He said that.
Yeah, he said that he tried to listen to some podcasts to see what people were out there and what people liked, and compared. I think there was a couple sports ones he listened to, but he sampled fucking 6 podcasts and he said 20 minutes from each, and I was like, yeah. But After Show But Later wasn't one of them.
I listen to so many podcasts, it's not even funny, man.
How do you get time to do that, bro?
At work. I work 10-hour shifts, and I freaking have about an hour drive, 30 minutes back and forth. So there's 11 hours right there.
Well, I get the hour drive. See, and that's where I'm fucking. It's hard for me. I'm listening on a replay recently because which kills me, dude, because I'm missing the shit out of the show. But I work 8-hour days, but I'm just busy all the time, and people are asking for stuff. So I can't focus on one thing.
I get interrupted quite a bit, especially if I have to do like a meeting or something. But my job, I'm sitting at a computer evaluating transcripts all day, so I'm just sitting there. I have my queue of, transcripts that I need to work on. I have my, people coming in every once in a while asking questions. But for the most part, Covino and Rich is over. I listen to Joe Rogan for 3.5 hours. Now there's 3, 4, 5.5 hours, close to 6 hours that already have gone by. Then I could listen to Flagrant 2 for another hour and a half, and then, I mean, yeah, there's just even at night, I'll come home, I'll be doing the dishes, and I'm listening to I even listened to Mayim Bielik's podcast, who was Blossom in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
She has a podcast about like mental health and stuff. So
right.
I'll listen to hers as I'm like doing the dishes. I start to think
How's
about
Joey's?
life. Huh?
Did she talk about how Joey's mental health is?
No, but I saw him recently on an interview, or actually a commercial. Actually, I saw him on both. A commercial with his brothers, Matt and Andy. And I also saw him on Steve-O's podcast. He actually came out on Steve-O's podcast and seems really down to earth.
Came
and really
out?
Cool.
He likes dudes?
He made an appearance on, you always call me out on that. He made an appearance on Steve-O's podcast. There's another one I listen to regularly. I just saw that Eminem's daughter has a podcast. They have like 3 episodes they've done. Wonder if that's any good.
He's on it too, or what?
It's his daughter and like her friend, bullshitting or whatever. So I don't know. But anyway, that's how I get my listen on. I get to
see. I wish, bro. You're lucky. I got a 3-minute drive to work and a 3-minute drive home, and at work I'm just fucking. I'm just busy, dude, all day long. I'm doing shit, and it comes on in the morning. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
so it's
at
the busiest time of the day. So I'll catch it in the sauna. You know what I mean? And I had to go out of town on Tuesday. That's how I caught. I got the replay on Tuesday, but it's been tough, man. It sucks.
Yeah. No, and that's one thing. Like my sister, she's an advisor, and she's booked with appointments back to back to back to back. So she has to listen on delay as well.
Delay.
So she'll listen to the replay, or she'll listen if she can, she'll listen live from time to time. But she's been listening to the show about as long as I have, and for her it's a little more tricky. So I know not everybody has the same luxury as I do when it comes to listening.
Yeah,
but yeah,
kind of lucky, bro.
But yeah, I'm glad Rich at least made an attempt to listen to a few podcasts for 3 minutes each.
What do you think when he finally listens to our show and we're fucking bagging on him? You think he's gonna fucking get off on it? You think he's gonna talk shit on the show?
I don't think he's even gonna make it that far. I think if he listens to us, he'll probably make it like 2 to 3 minutes in and he's gonna get bored. I just don't think.
Not unless you fucking start him off on tranny porn.
Well, see, no, that's the thing though, is it's not necessarily that, it's us.
He's
I
not
don't
leaving
think-
that conversation. No way.
I don't think Rich has the attention span for like podcasts, and I think he would rather, if he's on a flight, I don't think he's gonna put us on, or any podcast really. If he's on a flight, I think he's gonna rather binge a whole season of Is It Cake, or a whole season of the new Melissa McCarthy TV show.
I think he's going to try to stop Ben from spilling his milk.
You know, running up and down the aisles of the plane. So yeah, I don't.
Ben go bang.
I just feel like Rich would rather watch something than listen. I prefer to listen.
Dad, I need milk.
I prefer to listen because I could do a million things as I'm listening. You know, if I have my AirPods in, I'm doing the dishes, I'm vacuuming, I'm picking up, I'm freaking, yelling at Kennedy to get out of the shower so she go to bed. And it's just, you can do a million things. And when you're watching something, you have to sit there and give it your full attention. And I'm just like, I don't have that luxury right now in my life after work to sit there and just waste a gang of time like that,
Dad, I need goldfish.
Ben need lunch.
Ben need footlong from Subway.
That's one of my favorite things that they do, where they do their Ben need breadstick or whatever. The impression that I cannot stand, and I love Covino, but when Covino does it and when Spot does it, for some reason it annoys me to all hell when they do their like whiny white girl voice, and they say like oh my god and stuff.
I like
that.
it, bro. They do good too.
I don't know why it bothers me so much when they're doing it. I'm just like yeah. But
the white girls aren't my cup of tea, so when they make fun of them, I get off on it. It's great.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man, but anyway,
and it's true. Oh my goodness, Candace.
I don't know. It just but see, even you doing it doesn't bother me. I don't know if it's because they go so hard. Like, I don't know. It's something about it. I hear it and I'm just like, oh, stop. Make it stop.
My back hurts.
Yeah. But anyway, man, you got any more rapid fire, or should we put a bow tie on this bad boy?
Bolo, Tip Dog, Stickman, E Double, fucking double. Fucking single double, fucking home run bubble, whatever, bro. Funky Monkey, I Am Key, Jason in Tampa,
Dirt Shots,
Tito and E. Yeah, Dirt Shots. What's up, man? I'm still on the fence. Shoot me a message. Carl Reinhardt, the dude he shot. He sent me something today about what was that dude we were talking about?
Remember he told me the other day. He goes, "Hey, Talco Kui, I'm gonna spam him with a gang of cat videos."
Yeah, thank God he didn't. So shout out to him for not doing that. But yeah, everyone that supports us,
Green Optimist, Jackson Optimist,
Jackson Optimist,
my homie Eddie's got a company he's starting, a clothing company called Martin Uncanny. So as soon as
his last name your DJ,
as soon as he gets he's a little Mexican dude, but as soon as he gets more of that going, we'll put some links in our description and stuff so you guys go pick up some dope gear. So yeah, man.
And shout out Jeff's Jerky, man. Go get some Jeff's Famous Jerky. That shit's fire.
Again, is there a website that we should know about? Jeff'sFamousJerky.com or something?
I think that's what it is.
Jeff'sFamousJerky.com. So go 10 off, get $10 off, or no, 10% off, right?
And Miss Debbie, you got to hook up Daniel. He's ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. But anyway, after show, but later, we will see you guys in episode number 141, right? Which will be...
Bro. What are we doing on episode 149? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
That's going to be un ciento for us, bro.
It's going to be over that because we've had half episodes. We've had,
Should I just get like a live stripper? Like remember how I tell you that, I don't like to go to the club. We get them at the house. Maybe I'll rent one.
Just rent one. Just make her DoorDash that one to my pad.
Hey, bro, I'll just have her sit right here next to me, bro, in her little tatas out. I'm playing. Hey, for all the haters out there, I don't think we have a whole lot of haters, but yeah, bro, she can sit right in the middle of us, dude. She'll sit right here.
All right. That'd be cool.
I don't know. Would you get in trouble?
No, Doc.
Would you get in trouble?
Right there.
Ready? Hold on. Ready? Both of us.
Stupid.
Right? Now Chapo wants to be involved, bro. Come on, Chapo, get her. Bite her in the tit. Get out of here.
Oh, that's so funny, man. But anyway, we'll see you guys in episode number 141.
Peace.
Should we no baseline
Thanks.
today? Or?
Thanks for I just want to tell everyone thanks for putting up my crude humor. I mean, hey, you got to know me to love me, right?
Exactly right. After show, but later, episode number 141. We will see. Oh, did I say 141 before? I don't know. Anyways, that's where we're at. Episode number 141. We'll see you guys in episode number 142. Make sure you hit us up. Oh, and you know what? Actually, before we go, I want to start compiling an email list. So if you guys can drop your email to us,
yes,
not necessarily in the comments because I don't know if you want all your business out there, but hit us up at AfterShowBL across any social media or text it to us 928-235-5285. Say, hey, you know what? This is Dirk Shots. This is my email, Dirk's the man 123 at Gmail. I'll save that bad boy. And I think what we can do with this,
Kukui, can I get some feet pics?
So yeah, whatever you want to do, you can send us questions or whatever. What I want to do is I don't want to create like a newsletter type of thing or anything. I just want to compile these emails in case we do have something that we were like, hey, we had to cut this out because it just wasn't ready for the world. But you guys could have this clip or whatever. Just something.
But I got a request then.
What's up?
Is there any way you can send like a link that expires after they listen to it?
I don't know about that.
That way, fucking if it's something we cut out and shit that we're sharing, fucking we can't be blackmailed.
Well, what we could do is we could probably send it to them because I could do a private link on YouTube. And then after 48 hours or something, I could delete the video off of YouTube or whatever, or change it to private so they can't even see it.
But then you have 48 screen records.
I don't know. But anyway, if you can, send us your email, AfterShowBL, DM it to us, text it to us, 928-235.
DMT it to us.
5285. Again, 928-235-5285. I know Dirk Shots has the text. I know there's a couple of people that have said some stuff in text. They have it. So go ahead, text us. Let us know your email. We'll compile this list. And then who knows? Maybe the first 100 people we get on the list, we'll send them backstage passes to a Motley Crue concert or something, We don't know. That's the thing. We won't know until we get your guys' emails. So make sure you leave them.
I'm going to just come forward. I'm not sending you guys no damn concert. So I hope we get your email, but I'm not doing that. If you get some tickets to a concert, you guys better call and thank Daniel and kiss his ass because it didn't come from me.
Yeah. Or maybe we can grab those people and, we'll put their names into a hat. We'll draw a name and send them a free month of Patreon or send them a freaking t-shirt or after show hat or something, or
maybe we'll throw a convention and pay for transportation.
You know what? I want to talk about that on our next episode about merch. So remind me to talk about merch our next episode.
Hey bro, next episode is don't forget the merch.
All right, then we'll do that. So after show, but later, we'll see you in episode number 142. Baseline Trey, is he coming out tonight or no?
No, I'll bring him in. How's that?
All right, Baseline Trey, let's go.
Because it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul. Grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens and come and spend a day in the 757.